Morning. What's going on, y'all? Out here in Colorado, and waiting to get loaded at this place. A couple of loads for them here. Um, Going to Portland, as y'all know. I guess my pattern doesn't change certain times of the year. I'm in certain areas, and I stay there. But pretty rough ass week though. Rough week. Started out great. Then a couple of dumb things happened, so I couldn't get going. Uh, got up here and ran a load to Albuquerque, and some something was wrong with one of the POs, and then I paid to go back and get the other PO that they didn't load on the truck, uh, which they already knew. I come to get the PO, and then they can't pull it. I couldn't. I was hot, but that kind of jammed me up. You know, it's already rough getting out, but I mean, I get a couple of loads to move around, but they really wasn't talking about nothing, so I just said whatever. So now I gotta go up here to Portland. I'll be up there Monday morning sometime. But anyway, just want to talk about a couple of things, man. One, I came across a new national account, and I believe the name is called Crown Source. I mean, they got every tire you need down there. I mean, all the brands, even down to recaps. And this stuff is on a national account. So I'll put it up. Phone number and stuff will be there. You guys give them a call. And I haven't seen anything that could match that unless you're driving for like Landstar or something like that. And I haven't been able to do a price check compared to Landstar, but I think it's pretty damn close, if not right, right on line with them. Super singles, man. The Yokohamas I was getting from B2B, Truckers B2B, was like $700 something, which wasn't bad. But I don't know if it's B2B or is it Yokohama, Goodyear, so on and so on. Probably so. But every 3 months or so, they keep saying that these tire manufacturers are having major increases, increase. And it's crazy because when they do these increases, they're not coming back down unless they're like probably going out of business and they just having blowout sales all over the place. Discontinued tires or something. I think Goodyear was supposed to have an increase on the 1st or the 3rd of this month, but they pushed it back to February 1st. Michelin going to have another increase. How many more increases is going to be? I think now, just looking at truckers B2B, um, uh, we might be at like $900 now. I don't know. I have to go back and look for the tires. But Crown Source, I think it's called Crown Source. Said I'll put it up 600 and something dollars for the super single. That's a Yokohama. Well, what about the other tires? They got mega discounts on them tires too. And I mean, and they're pretty much not even limited to what brands you can get. I mean, it's like damn near unlimited. Goodyear, Michelin, General, Yokohama, Continental, BF Goodrich. Some of these are in the same family. Uh, what's it called? Baghdad, whatever you call it. The recaps. They're on the account. Um, Hankook, Double Coin, um, Toyo, I believe. They're all on this deal. Uh, now people like, well, Yokohama got their own national account. Everybody has their own national account. Now you go to places like Love that only sells certain types of tires. All you gotta do is go to Love's and use that account number, and it give you any tire that's in their inventory for the most part. So I think it's a good deal. Like I said, I don't think nothing. It took me like, I don't know, 30 seconds to look over what tires I run. Say, damn, this is a no-brainer. Let's get this. You know. Now, like I said, how it works is you go in, you give them a national account, they call them up, whatever, they get it done. And I think the billing process is like 2 to 4 days or something like that. Unless it's probably like a holiday or something, then it might be a day or two extra. But because like A to B, they take it boom instantly. It used to be like a couple of days and they got it. But now if you need that cash flow, stuff like that, you know, um, this will probably be a little better option. Don't hold me to it. I haven't purchased a tire yet, but this is the discussion I had with a guy named Tyler. How did I find it? I don't know. Somebody was just talking about tires, and then one day, last week, um, somebody like threw it up in a comment section. I was looking at it. I was like, but let me see. I ain't never heard of these cats before. So I just put in an inquiry about it, see what was what. Probably the best inquiry as far as maintenance and stuff that I've done so far. So the dude called me out of nowhere. I didn't know who he was. And I said, "Oh, okay." So we talked for a few minutes. You know, set everything up. They take your card information. Put it on the application and stuff. And the rest is history. Go make your tire purchases. I didn't see there was a limit or anything of the amount of tires you can get, so it shouldn't be. But you will get billed for it, according to Tyler, in 2 to 4 days. So again, that's a good option for a lot of you guys out there, man. I know it probably ain't a better deal than the plug around the corner, stuff like that. But usually, in most of those cases, there's some off-brand crazy tires or something. But some people do get a little better deals from the plug around the corner or whatever. But to have a large selection of tires to choose from, and I know I didn't name every tire because I mean they had like all kinds of brands on there. Usually, like I said, it's your usual vendors. Uh, then you got the hand cooks of the world and all them other tires and double coins, things like that. So y'all check that out, and a lot of y'all, y'all be happy with that. So don't go over there messing it up for yourself like y'all do other things. Here's the information for Crown Source. Tyler, his email, his telephone number, the instructions on how to use it once you get set up. They have all of the brands and vendors that sell these brands. Even there's other vendors out there that's not on here that do national accounts. You can use these account numbers. Also, they do car tires. So if you need some car tires, there you go. Also, TBC, never heard of them, but they're part of the plan. Double coin, you need trailer tires? There you go. Now, I was looking at something the other day. Somebody made a post. Some female, I didn't get her name, and I could tell there's like some kind of agenda Must be like a dispatch service or something like that. You know, saying you guys out here telling people not to buy trucks, paraphrasing, right now, blah blah blah, but y'all still in the game. Well, yeah, some of us still in the game because we've been here, we've done it, we went through it, we know what the ups and downs, we know, you know. And I say things about winging it LLCs and stuff like that, winging it drivers. Here's the problem: you tell somebody go get a truck, or they got a couple of bucks, they go get a truck, and so many people don't even know how to check air pressure in their tires. Some of these people don't even know what some of these gauges mean on their dash, what certain lights are that comes up on their dash, because they probably never read the operator's manual, things like that. Some people don't know basic rules of trucking, basic things to do on their truck, such as pre-trips. Don't have basic tools, hammer, maybe a screwdriver, hex keys. Carry basic things like, you know, extra washer fluid and things like that. Little things that'll keep you out of trouble, man. You know, and then you have these individuals come out here, whether they're male or female, tell you, why y'all telling them not to do this, not to do that? Because you can see on how these people are asking questions. What do they say? What do they say? Put the cart before the horse, figure of speech. Um, Trying to get out here. Yeah, you could probably get some money uh, if you know what you're doing, if you get around the right people and talk to the right people. But if you don't listen to the right people, and you don't have to listen to everybody, you can take bits and pieces from other people. But watch out where you get your information from, because you go get your information from somebody that is pretty much clueless of the trucking industry, clueless of an operation. They might copy a YouTube video or something like that, and they want to make their uh, program where they want to charge you a bunch of money, um, and put the word master class behind it. So you think they know what they're talking about. And then if they do have a truck company or whatever, and you put their information and they got the worst um, track record ever. There's one of these guys out here now that sells courses in their um, when you pull them up on Safer, their out of service record is over 50%. But they want to charge you to educate you something, educate you about something that they don't even fucking do themselves. You know, I've been at Landstar for like 6 years, man, and I incorporated some of the things that they do into my company. There's a new thing that I have to incorporate. Um, it's kind of there, but I didn't really enforce it. But and this is where you come back, picking up bits and pieces from other people that are very experienced in what they do. But the Landstar's safety record is pretty good for the most part, you know. So, but for you to be to have any type of success out here, you have to be willing to listen um, to people that's been there, that's done it, and had the ups and downs. Uh, And I said this before, and I heard Guilty say this the other day on one of them lives he had, like talking about the through PH. But there are people out here. This is what you have to understand. There are, again, he said it the other day. I've said it in other videos. People do things and they make mistakes. Yes, you will make a mistake when doing something. Some things you do that you should have known better that you shouldn't have did. Okay, mistake. But when you're purposely out here doing shit, it is, and you get fucked up, it's not a mistake. You're just stupid. You're just dumb. You knew what you was doing when you did it, and then you want to call it and label it a mistake, and then you got people behind you, supporting you. Like, yeah, it was just an honest mistake. It's not an honest mistake. It's just pure stupidity. Don't follow shit like that, because you're gonna think now you can just do whatever and you just call it a mistake. It ain't a fucking mistake, man. So know what you're doing before you do it. If you don't know, then you ask somebody or whatever. You'll be better off. Other thing, man. Um, I don't know what's wrong with the. I always talk shit about it, but the Southeast. I talked to some brokers. They said it's the toughest region in the country, and it is crazy because there's so many cities, major cities in that region. Charlotte, Raleigh, Atlanta, uh, Augusta. You got Charleston. You got Columbia. You got Atlanta. If I didn't say it, you got Jacksonville. You got Orlando, Birmingham. I don't really call it the Southeast, but it's a little extension from Atlanta. Chattanooga, Knoxville. Knoxville might be the weakest area out of all, to be honest. But there is a lot of freight down there, and they don't pay shit down there. I can go back to 2005, back in the day, even up to 2010. I didn't know you North Carolina until 2013. And I knew when I went to Arizona that was a shit market at times. But people go, what about Arizona? Oh, yeah, Arizona. What do you got? Phoenix, Tucson, and then what? The next major city is 5 hours away, 7 hours away, El Paso, and then you got 12 hours or so away, Denver, Salt Lake. It's a big area. It's expected. But that area over there, man, I don't know what to say, man. Can you get a load here, man? Yes, you can get a load. But for the vast majority, it's just so bad, man. I don't even know what folks do it to themselves. Everybody want to do the same thing down there, and then that drives the rates down. And then they know, well, shit, man, everybody can get a load out of there because of that or whatever. The other loads that go to other places, they don't pay worth a damn because now they're gonna use that against you too. Coming out. Yeah. I seen a posting in a group, Atlanta to Texas. They paying $1,000, man, for a reefer. Whatever. It don't even matter to the quick. $1,000. Everybody wants to run that lane. Everybody wants to run Georgia to Texas, Texas to Georgia. And then the majority of them, they want to go back to the house. And a lot of them don't know anything else other than that. They don't know how to get money somewhere else. Dudes taking loads 40% below the market. I had a broker tell me the other day, but yeah, dudes is deadheading out there. We only doing it for like $1,300. I said, I don't play those games. Some of these loads that y'all haul, man, don't even cover. Let's say you have a breakdown, you need to be towed. Doesn't even cover the tow bill. I mean, you hit the breakdown under any kind of load, whether it's $3 a mile, $5 a mile, whatever. But when you break down on a load just to cover fuel, did I say fuel, just to cover fuel, you should be ashamed of yourself. I just got to get back to my other load. Well, then get your ass back to your other load. But, you know, you do what you do, man. Do what you do. Dudes hauling loads 200 miles for 550. Most records is 400, 500. You know, we had one YouTuber got a boot on their truck. I got a boot on my truck one time. It was petty. It was so petty. It was in California, but I think I posted in the community section. I had to pay like $40, some crap like that to get it taken off. I was in the truck stop and I was getting ready to leave, but I left something in the building there. So I ran inside. I come back outside. There's a boot in the truck or whatever. I'm like, wow. I was like, really, man? I just paid y'all to park here and I was getting ready to leave and I left something inside. You ran out there to put a boot on my truck. Fontana over there. I forget the name of that place, man. Little ass place. There's a soul food place that was there. I think it's done now because of COVID. Um, I can't think of the name of that soul food place. But yeah, I got booted. But you get, let's say you got, I was empty back then. I was at Landstar. But you haul a $500 load and you get booted, you know, and I think it was $600 or whatever that was. Uh, now you did a load for free. You did a load for free. And these are the reasons why, you hear like my guy Cooley, he's in a good spot over there where, there ain't a lot of reapers going on. You can smack somebody upside the head for $1,000 on a load. Um, I wish you could do that in Phoenix. We can't do that over in Phoenix, man. You know, here and there is rare. Uh, Now, yeah, I'll go 5, 6 miles across town, 10 miles. I do that for $500, $600. Even though still I might run the risk of having something happen to the truck. But I'm local with that going across town. I just wouldn't do it going 200 miles. You know, um, people say know your worth, know your worth. But if you think you're worth $1.10, $1.20, $1.30, so be it. So be it. So many guys, there's so many things I should say uh, that they don't know when they come out here. They got the truck, they don't know a good fuel card to use. Those are things you should know before you come out here with a truck, unless you're leasing onto a company or something like that. And even if you do lease onto a company, do a little research on the company before you go. Don't do it because somebody showed a nice check. You don't know what that person is doing. You don't know how that person moving to get that check. He might have a good connect. He might be disconnected. But that doesn't mean you can duplicate what that person's done. You know, I got some guys. They reach out to me still with the Landstar stuff, and they ask me questions. And they follow through with it. And they're pretty successful. I will say this about the majority of the Landstar drivers that I dealt with. Yes, they're still there doing their thing. They've been there for a couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. Um, and their operation is running pretty well. Sea Green, G-Way has done stuff that I haven't even done that I thought about doing. Never got my hands on it with the RGN stuff. And we talk all the time. Sea Green, we talk all the time. My boy, uh, Sean, I was about to call him his other name. uh, we talk all the time. There's a gang of them. There's over 10, 15 of them that's still there. They came in, they watched me, whatever. And they're pretty successful. Now, there's others that do watch, and you can tell that you do watch because they try to do certain things, and it didn't work out for them. Even after I left, and they probably left and did this, try to do some things. Like, you don't know why I bought that reefer. You don't know why I did this and do that. But don't try to duplicate something that somebody's doing and you ain't spoke to them or whatever. Then you find out it doesn't work for you. So that's a good way of losing your equipment or whatever may happen to you. You can't play as monkey see, monkey do. You saw them do it, but you don't know why they did it. See what I'm saying? So I have a lot of guys that are successful over there. Some guys left and got their own numbers too, and they're doing pretty good. Um, you know, so but for the most part, we all communicate. We all, you know, help each other out. Now, do you see me sometimes clowning, taking videos and stuff like that? Yeah, but for the most part, I help you out. I think the situation might be silly, but I help somebody out. If they don't want to be helped out and you're trying to help them out and they keep doing something else, I gotta leave them alone. Um, you know. On to after people ask me what happened in a situation around here. I don't have to really tell people what happened, but I had to let somebody go because when you're mentally not there anymore, and I observed that over a period of time, and you're causing problems across the board for everybody, not just yourself, everybody. The decision has to be made to let you go. You cannot be out here. Yes, you hear me sometimes, say I got something with somebody, whatever. But I will never come out here and tell somebody certain things like I will get out the truck and beat you to a bloody pulp, stuff like that. Uh, all kinds of mess. You can't function, and because you're sitting up all day, um, now you can't get the deliveries done, whether they're short hauls, whether they're like uh, 500, 600 mile hauls. whatever. Everything becomes a problem. Everything's an issue. I see you out here and you have a problem with, I probably don't see you out here, but, and there's an issue with, like, let's say I need you to wash your truck. I saw it the other day and it's dirty. It doesn't look good. Like, that's really killing your time out here. I am not going to have a truck running around looking super dirty. Like, they don't even know what truck wash means. Especially when all you got to do, I pay for the truck wash. Or if they pay for the truck wash, I have to give them the money back. But, I do 2 truck washes every other week or twice a month. Now, unless it's just you come through a situation, you run through a bunch of snow or something like that, yeah. But when you got a problem with that, that's a problem. You look at the other truck and the other truck's clean, and you wonder why that truck ain't got his truck washed. Well, that driver already washed his truck. You don't have to wash trucks at the same time because y'all buy each other and shit. When you're driving your truck, this is what got me with this individual. Because you had a CDL for years. You've been driving trucks for years. Took off a little while, but you're back. You're driving your truck, and this is basic shit right here, man. Your wheels shaking or something like that. Something wrong. That's supposed to be noticed. That should have been noticed way before that even happened. Now, either something wrong with your linkage, or something's wrong with your tires. Driver says that I air my tires up all the time. I check the air pressure. I believe it. Well, are you checking the overall condition of your tires? I treat them like babies and this and that. Then when I get with them and I see the truck, I open the hood. I mean, you open the hood, you put oil in if needed, you put washer fluid in if needed. But when you open the hood and you see one of your tires, your steer tire, on the driver's side, on the inside, where it is going bald, how do you not see that when you open the hood? How do you not see that? And I saw that, and I was like, oh, I see the problem right here. We ain't even got to look any further. So I ended up buying 2 new tires. I was trying to do a wheel alignment, couldn't do it because the machine was broken or whatever, the old McDonald's ice cream machine thing. You got it, but it don't work. So I did that, and I was pissed off about that one because you've been riding around for a while, and I'm a person, you know, y'all hear me talking about duct tape express and ball tires and stuff. Oh, now I got one out here that's doing it. We can't do that. So I had 6 roadside inspections, and every one of them was clean. A couple of level ones, some level twos. Uh, we're not gonna ride around like that, man. We're just not. Um, I got a part of my truck now that's got an air leak. You just heard that brake pop out. The piece is on national back order, and I can't even get it anywhere. So I've been poking around on the internet, and I can't get it. But I think, well, I shouldn't say I think I got it now. I just got to go pick it up. So it was a pretty hard part to come by, which is crazy. It was ABS module valve, big valve in the back, got 2 other valves, for each side for the brake chambers and stuff like that. And connected to it. got it for like $200 something dollars. Places had it for like $400, $600, but I got the pricing down, and place got it, so I'm gonna pick it up. It's already paid for it. But we I try my best to keep my trucks up where they don't have any violations. I talk to the driver to make sure their logs is straight. We won't have any violations. I had a driver one time, and that was the same driver, where I sent them out on a load, and I was looking over his logs and stuff, and he had the same load number for every load for like days. I went back and told him about that. And a couple other things. I said, you need to fix this, you need to straighten this out. He did that. Sure enough, the next day he went into Colorado and got a roadside. And he passed. The thing I caught it, the thing I fixed it, made him fix it right then and there. We're good. But fast forward a year and a half later, whatever it is, it's just last 2 months, 3 months, yeah. It just became unbearable with the guy. I mean, you're getting into other drivers. They're calling my company, pulling my DOT number. They're arguing with me about stuff on the phone that you did, and I know how you are as an individual. Uh, got into it with a couple of guards. Uh, you know, enough is enough. You just got to cut it loose. You know? The one thing that pissed me off was at the end when he did what he did with the guard. I just said, "Go get your trailer when they're done." I said, go home. I don't even want to hear it no more. I'm tired of the foolishness every day, every other day, or almost every load been doing recently. I don't know, maybe begging me to fire you or something. I don't know. But, I went through a lot last year with his truck being down for those months. And then I had to eat another month and a half or whatever it was, whatever personal bullshit it was. I could have easily sold the truck for like $80,000, $90,000 and been done with it. I sit down and have a discussion with both drivers and let them know what you're up against, because both of them were out at one point, and I let them know what it is, how everything's going out here, what to expect now, because the climate has changed. High fuel, a lot of load cancellations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This particular driver, I'm not going to come back. I'm letting you know now. I'm giving you the opportunity because I'm telling you, it's going to be rough. Comes back. Then ran solid for about a month or whatever, and then all hell started breaking loose. It started out small, but then after a while, I think I made a video or something like that. It just got worse, 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 worse. So came to the decision to let him go. Magically, when you go home, these people know how to drive all of a sudden. The sun is moving around a little something. Maybe I need to drive around the block. The air is already. I ain't gonna crank it up because it's gonna be beeping like hell probably. But just can I block the sun? Can I block the sun? Yeah, I block the sun. So this dude knows how to get home. He don't need no coffee to go 300 miles, whatever. He's supposed to call me right back. He said, right back. This boy don't even call back. This boy disappeared for 3.5 days. When he finally got me, and I told him, I said, I thought you was calling back. He didn't call back. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. This and that, blah, blah. There's nothing to be sorry about at this point. I was going to have you drop your trailer off at this cold storage, and then we'll continue to run now. That load supposed to have was going to end up being late. The relay was late. It's just like a mess. But what pissed me off was during that conversation, this man had the nerve to say, he talks about his pickup truck all the time. It's only worth about $10,000 looking at it. You spent a lot of money on your truck, get it back out here. But I spent $100,000 on my pickup truck. I look, uh, he wasn't present, but he was on the phone. That motherfucker like, what? What the fuck did you just say? So this is where we going with this shit now. You want to compare now your raggedy ass vehicle to a working vehicle that I keep up all the time, that I spent so much money in one shot that you wish you had in your fucking pocket or bank account. Wish you had that. There aren't too many people that will spend at that time, because the whole bill was like 60 something grand, $40,000, $42,000 in one shot. It would have killed them, along with the high fuel costs, along with the bullshit loads, the cancellations and shit. One time we had like a cancellation like every day or every other day. And you come out your face and say that kind of shit. I lost all respect for you at that point. Because now you try to compare your personal shit to my business. Some people say the accountant. Is that a form of pocket watching? Maybe so. But when he said that, I could not believe, and I still sitting around, I cannot believe this motherfucker said this shit right here. You drive my truck to make money. Sometimes you got stupid complaints because it's a Peterbilt. I'm like, you know it's a Peterbilt when you fucking came here. All trucks break down. All trucks have problems. All trucks have certain things that's going to be constant. And I really haven't had any constant issues with my trucks. Before you just be saying shit like that, and then come out at the end to say what you said, you just went you just crossed the fucking line at that point. You just crossed the fucking line. No self-control. You're out of pocket with what you're saying. That caused, termination, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it is. The sad part about it is when I call to let them know how we gonna get the truck back and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden, after wasting 3.5 days, this driver says, I say, yeah, we're gonna work you over to Salt Lake, work you down to Phoenix, and we'll send you home. Oh no, nah, man, I ain't think I was pulling any more loads. Wait a minute. You out here costing us money? So you think I'm just gonna have you come all the way back across the map 1,200 miles empty? Maybe it was 500 miles empty. We're gonna waste probably like $800 in fuel to get the truck back after already losing money, paying fees and stuff like that on loads because of you. Are you crazy? You out of your fucking mind, right? That's how you thought the truck was gonna get back. Now you want to give me an ultimatum and tell me in 3 days because you're going to start work with some dude that he talked about in the past, or they do roofing and stuff like that. Whatever they do, you're not even certified to do that, and the man pays you when he can $400, $500 in a week. You drove for me paying $700, $800 in taxes. In taxes, no dependents. And I just got a child support letter for the individual that's riding on the truck with you, rears. So you would have been paying that too. But I didn't even fill out the paperwork at the moment. I could have filled that out too. So you want to give me 3 days so you can go back to work for somebody that's gonna pay $400 or $500 a week under the table when versus a job. All you have to do is control yourself, not be a fool out here. You just pay $800 in taxes almost. You're just making $1,500 checks and shit like that. Come on, this shit doesn't make any sense. Some people mindset, some people's way of thinking, some people's IQ level is just so fucking low that it ain't even funny. And those guys out there that want to get truck and go get trucks, shout out to Tricky O and this is the shit you're gonna have to deal with in other shit too. You want to get a truck, you want to get a truck. You better know things such as the maintenance and when to do what on what truck. You know, these fucking drivers, they're good one day, they're bad the next day. You know, they're good for a while and they become shit later. They start causing you problems. They start costing you money. Uh, these are the things you do that want to go get a truck. You better be ready for that. You gonna go get your own numbers, and you go lease onto a company where you gotta handle your own IFTA and some of your own paperwork. You better be ready for that. But that shit will put you down. Down. People see me park trucks for a while. You know, for a while. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to park their truck for a while. I don't even like parking my truck for a while. But sometimes I gotta get away from the dumb shit. You know, I got rid of them and things been a little smoother. I ran into a couple of hiccups here and there, but I don't have that individual calling me because it's about to become the individual that's gonna start calling me 1, 2 in the morning over stupid shit. You know, it didn't get there yet, but I know it was coming. I sat with a couple of dudes and talked about it. You know, yeah, at least you're making the right decision if you're gonna make it. You know, go and do it before something bad happens. You know, sometimes you gotta make those decisions, man, because somebody will fuck your whole company up if you got your own authority. Somebody will fuck your whole damn truck up, authority or not. There's gonna be decisions that has to be made. Because if you don't make those decisions, it probably will cost your ass later. It will cost you later. So, the signs will be there. The signs will definitely be there. So if you're trying to get a truck or multiple trucks, make sure that's good to go. Make sure everything else you want to do is good to go. Make sure you watch your drivers who you hire. Like I said, I had to do for a year and a half. I got what you call it for over a year. But most of the time I keep people longer than 6 months or better. I done had a couple of short ones. But be ready to make decisions, man. Tough decisions. You know. Make sure you got some money somewhere, man. You know, for certain situations. Make sure you know that driver abandons your truck, you would deal with that accordingly. You got somebody to go recover the truck, or you got the CDL to go get the truck yourself. Or make a plan and have it put somewhere that way to be in a safe spot where nothing to happen to it. Like right now, I got my truck at MHC Kenworth. I got a repair bill on it and it's there. So, you know, the repair is done. We'll pay when we come pick up the truck. Hate to do that, but that's the best option available because I don't want to talk to this individual anymore about anything. Just drop my truck off over there. Look at this new yard job. Yeah, it's the second yard job. Even the other one quit. He was so frustrated. They had to get somebody else to go back up the truck. The yard truck back into the door over here. But again, watch yourself messing with some of these dudes out here, man. They can cost you everything. Some of these dudes don't give a shit. All they do is care about themselves. Um, then some of them will want to blame you for their mistakes or errors or whatever. Some people could be very toxic, man. Very toxic. This guy cost us a lot of money. A lot of money, man. We're orchestrating stuff, putting stuff together so we all can be consistent out here week in and week out. I'm trying to eliminate again lumpers. We pull up the places we get unloaded in 10 minutes, man. Sometimes you're gonna have to put up with a load that's like it ain't the best load, but and I ain't talking about money wise, but you might have to sit there for a few hours on something. You know, not every load you don't get loaded in 10 minutes and be gone. When you're dealing with refrigerated or sometimes dry van. So you gotta take the good with the bad. But again, you want to get a truck, you want to get a trailer, you better understand, and you want to employ somebody, you better understand what you're up against, because there's gonna be things that you think that can't happen will happen to your ass, or it ain't happened to me. Who knows? You don't know. Just like when people talk about inspections and road signs. Well, I've been doing this forever. They ain't never did it to me. Motherfucker, it happens. It goes down. Well, my load lock's been under my trailer in the cross, under the landing gear like that forever. I ain't never had to strap it. Wait till you run to the right one. They'll get you. They'll get you. They'll have a DOT officer go back on some rule from like that was established in 1950. You like, what the fuck is that? Somebody that already experienced it done told you. You think it doesn't happen? Well, now you know. So many things, man, that goes on out here in trucking, man. That paying $500-$600 for somebody that barely knows what they're doing themselves, they can't help you. Damn son, man. They can't help you, man, because they don't know them damn selves. You know? But they got a bunch of people behind them that don't know nothing themselves, but they paid that money to do it. Whether it's a dispatch course, which they already lowering their rates. Now I'm getting more and more emails, more and more inboxes, from that bullshit. And again, shout out to Daryl Stingley. He did the video the other day on his Facebook. Something I talk about a lot. Why do you truck drivers here in the United States put your company in the hands of somebody who probably don't know what the fuck they're doing, but especially in the hands of somebody you can't even fucking see? They call you from an American phone number, but they're in Pakistan, they're in Iraq, wherever they are, and you put everything into these dudes. And if something happens, you can't do nothing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with them? Huh? Some of them is out here overcharging you anyway. They tell you this crazy shit, make 9,000 to 15,000 a week. How are you doing that in this climate? You might get away with it right now because it's snowing in certain areas and they need a truck. How? And you guys believe this dumb shit. You guys, this bullshit we have run to these fucking Chicago companies. I have yet, if there is one, there is one. You ain't never seen a nigga come on YouTube or Facebook holding up a title from Super Ego or any of those fucking companies. You ain't never seen one of them white KWs or Freightliners or VL trucking hold a fucking title in their hand. I ain't never seen it. If there's one, salute to you. You guys run over there like it's the Underground fucking Railroad, like that's the savior or something. I know some people on their last leg, their last options, whatever. But those that really aren't, you fucking go over there to these places like they're gonna save you. Then you go over there and do fuck shit. You want to bring your fuck shit talents to them or whatever, and think you can just do this shit. They treat you like family bullshit, and then all of a sudden they don't want your ass no more because you're a problem, one way or another. Because now you don't do what they want you to do. Run two law books and shit. Yeah, we ran two law books back in the day. Yeah, that was my choice, not because we was fucking forced to do it. Because the company said, "Oh yeah, well here's this load from fucking Miami to Seattle. Here's two log books." No, you think you making money? It look good. I'm gonna get this truck. I'm gonna pay this truck off. We all said that before. I'm gonna know everything about the truck, and I'm gonna and then come fast forward 5, 6 months later, we're at company number 6. At some point, you gotta wake up, man. I know I've been asked questions on lines with checkmate and them. I've been at companies. Yeah, I've been terminated because I'm against certain things. Why am I? I should be able to make at least $900 after taxes. Way back then, because back then, cost of living was different. Uh, Things like that. Drive for companies like a Heartland Express or whatever. I get fired over stuff like that. I quit a couple of times at companies because of things such as their equipment was just dog shit or whatever. But I don't quit just to be quitting because I didn't have a great week or because I didn't get home this week or whatever. You know, that's a slow week and it's a slow week. But that's what happens in the game, man. That's part of the game. You can't win every week. You can't win every time. You can't win every load. I didn't win this week. What I do? Quit? Go back to Landstar? People at Landstar having it rough too now, especially the ones that don't really know what they're doing. They just got a truck from Lone Mountain or wherever they got the truck from, and they're there. They sat there in that orientation. They just wanted to hurry up so they can go get a load. And they find out they got to wait for a trailer. They do get a trailer, so they want to run to Laredo, Texas. Oh man, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna do a drop and hook. Well, then you find out when you went to Laredo, Texas, that didn't work out in your favor unless you was fucking with an agent that's got trailers down there. Now you're sitting down there a week. Now you're mad. So much, man. So much. Come on the authority side. You don't even have a good fuel card. You don't even know how to do your IFTA. You don't even know how to do your 2290 because you were so used because you was driving for a Snyder or whoever you was for so long that they already had it for you already. So you don't even know where to go to pay for that. Don't know how to go get your tag. You don't know nothing about your own. You got multiple trucks. You trying to lease on an operator. Don't know nothing about a lease agreement. Yeah, you gotta have one. You gotta have all that stuff. Those are the things we talk about. Me, Darryl Stingley, Bryce, Theo, and others. Not hating. I'm just trying to tell you, man, what it is. Because we already experienced it. We already had those times. We done lost a truck from a lease. Got burnt in a lease. Some leases are good, but most of them ain't shit. One got burnt buying a little cash truck. Could you hear somebody say, cash truck could be 50,000, 100,000. It could be 10,000. But somebody else bought a cash truck. Don't mean you can go buy a cash truck and everything's gonna be cool. You ain't bring the mechanic to go check stuff out to make sure everything's good to go. Now you dumping another $25,000 in the truck. Now you got to sell the truck. People out here with the authority thing, with the insurance, and I'm gonna get out of here because it's a long one, but it's a good one. Y'all pass it around. Dudes out here, how you got a 2003 tractor, man, and you going out of business because you can't pay the insurance? No, see, you didn't have any money to start with. If all this stuff was on this truck was done and all that, then you shouldn't have nothing to worry about but a low cost of insurance, fuel, and if you're paying a driver, you're paying a driver. If you're overpaying this fucker and you're paying them 50-50, well, you lost right there. You're overpaying them, paying them like 80 cents a mile, you lost right there. There's different ways get away with 80 cents a mile. But if you got somebody just running miles and stuff like that, or if you only want to run 1 or 2 states and the freight ain't there, you're gonna lose right there too. These are things you must understand. Just because you drove for Warner and they was running loads and you bought a truck, you think you're gonna run them same type of loads under your own authority? No, them brokers got different accounts. Some of that stuff ain't gonna be available to you when you get your own authority. Just like when you leave Landstar and you go get your own authority, this stuff ain't gonna be available to you anymore. Some of it will be. Some brokers that won't mess with them, they will mess with you after a while. You've been in for a while. But you have to understand that, and you have to know that. You have to know these things. Because you was at a certain company, just because you was at TMC. Back. Shout out to 125. Just because you was at TMC and stuff like that, doing certain things, that don't apply when you come to Landstar anymore. You just don't, it don't run the same. There's no dispatcher. Some of y'all try to create a dispatcher at a company like Landstar, but some of these things don't work when you transition. It doesn't work. It doesn't apply anymore. Well, I ran for Snyder and I ran over here and ran over there and came back. Well, Landstar don't got those accounts. When you get your own authority, you can't find them damn loads like that. When you get your own authority, them loads don't pay the same that they did when he was over there. Must know these things. But anyway, man, just want to do a little hour video. I want to go back and start doing lives, but I don't have time to do them, because I'll be so caught up or whatever. There's a video that just came in my phone. It might be a good one. Oh, shit. But knowledge is key. Communication. Don't be afraid to ask the question. When I'm sitting over there on the panel, don't be scared to come up on the panel, man. Yeah, people be getting rowdy and stuff, and sometimes, I don't really get into too much of that stuff. But I'll be quiet half the time. But you want to ask a question, answer the question. Not to ask the same questions over and over again. But if I don't know it, I'm gonna tell you I don't know it. That ain't my happening. Might be trying to get over there, but I ain't there yet. But that's all I got to say for today. I guess I'm waiting here for a little bit. Take my first trip to Portland. There's a couple other things I'll talk about later on about running up to Oregon, and there's a gang of stuff I'm trying to do. You're trying to do stuff, but you can't get it done because something else is always knocking you off. I do a lot of things. So, and I'm kind of, my wife said, you are who you are. And I'd say that too. You are who you are, no matter what you do. I'm kind of like an old school type of person. I just do old school kind of thing. It works. It just takes me probably a little longer to do it. I mean, I can adjust to other things and do that. Sometimes I don't like spending money on that, but sometimes you got to pay to play. But just don't pay the wrong people to play, and don't overpay. But anyway, this your boy with another video. We're gonna get on out of here. Peace out.